Welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 3, episode 26. Alright, so we have officially managed to clear each of the B-license events in the Beginner League, and well, obviously, yeah, I'm still gonna do it. And obviously, now it is time for us to get through our first Amateur League event. And if you may remember in the previous episode, I said I was going to do the Amateur Type R meeting, and well, after thinking long and hard about this, it's probably better if I get the longer races out of the way first, and then obviously I'll have more money to spend for the second event, which is the Amateur Evolution meeting. So, where is my Honda Civic? There it is. As which you would have expected, I would of course use the Honda Civic for this, because well, why not? And officially, let's tune this bitch up. So, I do have a Stage 1 turbo, and I don't think that'll be enough, so I'm going to put on a Stage 2 turbo. And also, because I have a feeling this AI will probably be turning at least 300 horses, I'll put on the semi-racing exhaust, you know, just to give myself a little bit more horsepower. Oh yeah, I did purchase the engine. And do I really want to do port polish? Oh, what the hell, I'll do the port polish. And officially, I'll also do Stage 1 turbo because, well, sorry, Stage 1 weight reduction, just so I can give myself a little bit more grip. And also, yeah, why not, I'll put on sports tyres. And hopefully that should be enough for me to win 4 out of 5 races. So, let's head down to the Amateur League, where we are officially going to get on with another championship event. So this is our first Amateur League event, the Amateur Type R meeting, and as you can see down there, it is of course a B-license event, and obviously that is exactly what we are doing. So, 5 races as usual, except for saying this time we win 10 grand if we can win each of these races. And officially these are the members of the Type R family. And circuits we are going to are Tokyo Route 246, Special Stage Route 11, Super Speedway, Tokyo Reverse and Monaco to finish the championship. And as far as I know, I believe most of these races are 5 laps, with the exception of Super Speedway officially being 10 laps. So, I think if I'm fortunate, this will probably take me about somewhere over an hour. Okay, I need some more tuning on this thing, because apparently as it might be, I am not going to win these races if there is an NSX in this, because god damn it, that fucking NSX is powerful. I need some more speed. And well, just because I'm going to be stubborn, obviously, I'm going to give this thing more weight reduction. And also, I have a feeling a turbo is probably going to be too expensive. So, I might just instead purchase the... Let's see, okay. I do not need a Stage 2 engine, so I'm gonna put on the racing muffler, and also, just because I want to make it look like I'm actually getting more acceleration, I'm gonna put on a racing transmission, just so I can adjust the gears, and well, just because this thing probably does need more handling, I'm going to put on a sport suspension. Now, will this be enough? No. But am I going to try and see if I'll risk it? Of course I will. Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Okay. Amateur Type R meeting, take 2. Please let this be enough for me to win at least 3 out of 5 races. Because if it isn't, then I will be pissed. And, oh fuck me, I have 2 NSXs in this. Fucking hell. That makes it even harder. God damn it. Well, guess I better put on more speed if I'm gonna make it look like I actually want to win this. Now, will this be enough? No. But am I going to risk it anyway? Yes. And there is no change in the sound of the exhaust. This time I'm shifting up into 3rd because, obviously, I know that's what will happen. Now, will this be enough for me to win the championship? Probably not. But am I going to risk it anyway and see what happens? Absolutely. Because maybe this time I might be able to keep up with the NSXs if I can stay within 3 seconds of where they are. Well, at least I can actually steer the car this time. Okay, 2.7 seconds. But am I actually keeping up with them this time? We'll just have to wait and see. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I was not able to stop on the brakes. But I've definitely caught up with both of these guys. And since I discovered on my previous attempt I was stronger in the final section than the 2 NSXs were, that's essentially what I could use to my advantage. I probably don't have enough speed. Oh, making a move, making a move. Can I pass both of them? Yes, I can. I made a move for the lead. And hopefully this will be enough. Considering it's literally 1 Civic versus 2 NSX Type Rs. That's basically what this is. I am desperately hopeful that this will be pretty much all I need to do in order to win this, considering I have surprisingly taken the lead in this race. Well, yes, if it doesn't work the first time, I can always try again a second time, but I am fairly certain this will not be enough for me to win every race. Considering obviously this is expensive, and I do have a low top speed, officially. You know, I don't think I did need to put on a racing exhaust. But again, because I'm managing to put this into the succession of actually trying to win the championship this time, maybe I might be able to beat them on pure pace and possible acceleration. And the main reason why I bought the racing transmission, well, simply because I had a feeling that would be important. But I think it's fair to say that this time I might have them covered. Also, I don't think I did need the racing transmission, so I might remove that for the second race, dependent on what happens at Route 11. Guess we'll just have to wait and see, I suppose. It's pretty much all I can really say for now. But at least I can say this time I do have pace. Ah, damn it. I carried too much speed into the corner. Okay, I am making this look easy. I don't know how, but I'm just making this look a little bit too easy. And I think I just jinxed this. And I think I just jinxed... Sorry, I really cannot speak. I think I just jinxed myself, because I nearly spun the thing. But officially, one thing I discovered about the NSX is the fact on saying that it was good in the first sector, but yet, well, the NSXs are good in both the first and second sectors, but oddly enough, I appeared to have the advantage in the final sector, because that was where I found most of my time, compared to the NSX in the previous run. And obviously, I am hopeful that this will be enough for me to win this championship, possibly. Because at the moment in this race, I'm doing very well. Literally, very well indeed, in fact. Is what I should say by coincidental circumstances. So I think the gap between me and two NSX Type Rs has pretty much stabilised at this point. And even though the sports suspension has managed to make it easier for me to drive this thing, I honestly don't think I needed the exhausts. I don't think, because I don't think I needed the racing exhaust, or any exhaust for that matter. I could have easily taken those off, but the truth is, I can never be too careful. So that's essentially my main reason why I did most of the tuning. Anyways, final lap at Tokyo Forward. Sorry, Tokyo Normal in this game. One more time around, and then officially I am the winner of race 1. On pure pace. Because, as of which, I'm able to extend in the final sector, but again, both the NSXs are able to keep up with me in the first and second sectors. And everyone in this race is definitely spread out. So, you know, that is something I should probably mention. Anyways, Heading through Sector 2 now for the final time here at Tokyo Normal. I think up to this point I've pretty much got this race well in hand by now. And I think what I'll do for the second race is probably remove the exhaust, because I do not think I need the exhaust for the other 4 races. Considering obviously Super Speedway is pretty much the shortest. Anyways, across the line we go, and on my second attempt after doing some tuning, I win race 1 with relative ease. And in the end, I won it by 5 seconds. So all we have to do now, because I have commitment, is officially wait for everyone else to finish. Because I want to see what the margins are. There it is. And everyone has now finally managed to finish in just under 1 minute and 5 seconds. Or virtually 65 seconds, I should say. So 10 points to me, 6 points to the first NSX, then 4 to the other one, 3 to the Integra, 2 to my fellow Civic, and then pretty much a point to the Accord. Okay, so I think, because of how stubborn I am, I think I made this first race look a little bit too easy. But officially, we do win 10 grand. So money isn't going to be as much of an issue. But there we are, that was race 1, and I finished that in just under 10 minutes. Okay, so I think I made that first race look a little bit too easy. So I think for probably the rest of the championship I don't need the racing exhaust, and well, since this is of course Route 11, obviously I'm going to need some more speed. So I think that's pretty much all I really need to do, and I'm fairly confident I can probably get at least 3rd place if I do everything properly, but let's see how we go. Considering obviously this is without the racing exhaust. Race number 2 of the Type R Racing, and where I officially have more speed now. Because I adjusted the transmission. That is not how I was supposed to go through the corner. And I need to remember to keep this thing in 3rd gear if I'm going to prevent it from spinning. So currently 3 seconds behind both of the NSXs, but I'm hopeful I've made this a bit more of a challenge compared to the previous race, because I still think I made that first race look a little bit too easy, so I've decided I want to challenge myself. And both of them are pulling away from me, so maybe it was not the best choice for me to take off the racing exhaust. Considering obviously these AI are a bit more competent around this circuit, and they are pulling away from me, so I think I'm pretty confident in saying I will not win this race. So the first race looked easy, but that's only because I made it easy. And I am hopeful in saying that whatever happens in this race does not completely derail my chances from winning the championship overall. Because officially this is where we come back to a reality check. Officially. Okay, 5 3/4 seconds. That could become a problem. Ah, damn it. Why do I have to keep doing that? Why am I so terrible at this? Well, at least I'm closing in again, so... perhaps there might be... I still have the advantage in terms of cornering, but again... because this is a high-speed course, I did have a feeling I was going to be on the back foot compared to the two NSXs. I did have a feeling I would be on the back foot here at Route 11. But the real question is, will this be enough for me to win the championship overall? I do not know for sure, but obviously I'm still going to risk it because I know very well there is still a glimmer of hope in saying I could very well win these races. Or at least win 3 out of 5 races. So they are beginning to pull away again in that final sector. So I think it's become apparent that I'm not going to win this race in comparison to the two NSXs, because I am clearly proving to be off the pace compared to those two, so I might need to put the racing exhaust back on for Super Speedway. Damn it. I thought for sure I was going to make the corner by braking, but apparently I didn't. Unsurprisingly. Staying up in 3rd gear so I don't spin the car. Okay, 6.5 seconds. Yeah, there's no way I'm winning this. There is no way I'm going to win this race. And this could probably be the hardest championship I've had to win, basically, so far in this game. This could very well be the hardest championship I've had to win. Yep, okay, 7.2 seconds. Yeah, okay. I think I've pretty much confirmed I'm definitely not winning this race. Because, fucking hell, those two NSXs are strong. And that is going to be even more of a pain in my ass. Because I'm not going up against one NSX, I'm literally going up against 2. And I honestly feel like I'm literally shitting myself trying to catch up to them, because they've pretty much pulled way the fuck ahead of everyone else. So I think I've confirmed I'm definitely not winning this race. I pretty much have no chance of victory at this point. Well, guess that's just a reality check. Although I don't think the AI will be too much of a challenge. by the time we get over to Super Speedway. But again, I did know Route 11 was going to be a strong circuit for the AI, as like I knew there was going to be very little odds of me winning this race, because the AI are definitely harder to beat around Route 11, there's no doubt about that. But I think it's pretty much confirmed at this point that I'm not going to win this second race. But again, I'm fairly comfortable in saying that I'm going to finish this race in third, because I am way the fuck ahead of everyone else up to this point in the race. And the truth is, up to this point in the game, I really don't care about the win ratio, because I'm fairly certain my win ratio will definitely drop down after I've hopefully won this championship. Because I am hopeful in saying that I will win probably 3 out of 5 of these races. Because if I can win 3 races and possibly finish third in 2 of them, then I may very well win this championship. But it just depends on knowing if I will be competent enough to prove I can win the championship. Yep, okay, 11 seconds. Okay, there is no chance I'm closing that margin down, because they'll just keep extending. Because the AI seem to be stronger around Route 11. And as I expected, they are literally kicking my ass. But I'm still hopeful in saying that I will hopefully beat both of these NSXs on consistency. Because that's all that really matters. Winning 3 races in this championship and then seeing if consistency will do the rest. That's pretty much all I really need to rely on. Oh, okay, yep, okay. I still need to concentrate, because I don't want to end up finishing this race in 4th or lower. Okay, so I think by a reality check, I probably do need the racing exhaust back on if I'm going to win hopefully 2 out of the next 3 races. Yeah, okay, 16 seconds. Yeah, they're just continuing to pull away, and as of which, if this was an endurance race, they would have probably overlapped me by now, or at least if this was a professional league race, they would have definitely overlapped me by now. Well, at least I finish in 3rd, by a total of... okay, 17.6 seconds. This is where the trial and error begins. Okay, everyone has once again managed to finish, as of which the Accord is pretty much way the fuck behind everyone else. So in the updated point standings, it's very confusing to know which NSX finished in first or second in that race, because both of them are literally clones, and officially I'm now 2 points behind. So I've definitely got a challenge on my hands. And I may need to put the racing exhaust back on for Super Speedway, because I have a feeling I'll be at a disadvantage if I don't. Well, that's just another race I'll have to add to the cleanup. But again, the AI are stronger around Route 11 compared to many other circuits. I guess there's just some circuits where the AI are quicker than the player, and where the player is quicker than the AI. Okay, I need my racing exhaust back on, because it is time for Super Speedway, and where officially I have a 2-point deficit to close. So let's get ourselves going for race number 3, which takes place at Super Speedway. Already I'm not concentrating because I'm trying to turn down the volume on my headset. Will this maybe be enough for me to close up again? Maybe. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. But hopefully I should be stronger around Super Speedway. And hopefully I do have enough speed to close down the margin. Hopefully. Considering obviously I do have the racing exhaust back on. Hopefully I can maybe close up and take the lead with these AI pits. Even though I don't think they will, I'm fairly positive that sooner or later these AI may pit in this race. But again, I'm closing up, so I might still be able to win this on pure pace, because obviously I have the racing exhaust on. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And already I'm being given a nudge, because that is just a reality check of how quick the NSX really is. As of which, I do have to win this race if I'm going to retake the lead, because that is exactly what I will probably do. Also furthermore, if these AI keep continuing to run the high line, then I could very well be the victor in this race. That is a possibility, because they are literally running the Richard Petty line right now, and unfortunately so am I. Because even though they appear to be running the high line, essentially they are also slowing down again once they move down in the first 2 corners. So that is my potential advantage, because I do not have to move down and brake, whereas these AI do. And I'm pretty certain this will probably be a race that is locked in combat. So what I learned from the previous race as well, I do not need to take off my upgrades, because, well, that was a mistake I made. Although then again, I pretty much knew I was not going to be on pace to winning the Route 11 anyway. So the gap at the moment is currently 1.6 seconds to the nearest NSX, as of which it's very confusing to tell which one is the second placed NSX, because they're both literally exactly the same models in exactly the same colour. So dependent on knowing if this will actually work or not, that remains to be seen. Anyways, we are now halfway through this race. As we now move on to lap number 6, and I am now 1.8 seconds clear of the nearest NSX. So once I put the racing exhaust back on, I was pretty confident in saying that I would probably have a stronger shot of winning this compared to what I had at Route 11. So if it's possible, I may just be able to win this. Dependent on what happens over the course of the next 4 laps. I think I said that correctly. Yeah, 4 laps. So at the moment, I'm just steadily pulling away from these AI, because even though they are braking in the first 2 corners, I'm essentially managing to pull away from them in the second 2 corners. Sorry, even though I'm stronger in the first 2 corners, both of the Hondas are stronger in the second 2 corners. Except for saying that obviously, in this version of Super Speedway there is no warning, compared to the Super Speedway they had in GT2, and I believe, as far as I know, they also removed the pylons. I think in this version. But here, of course, is to hoping that I shall win. 3, possibly 4 out of 5 races. Because, well, Route 11, that one is a bit of a dud in the Civic. And I'm now just under 3 seconds clear of both the NSXs. So, I think up to this point I'm definitely en route to victory. Considering they are still managing to keep up with me. Also, bear in mind, this race has literally gone by in a flash because of how short Super Speedway is, considering it is also in the same shape as Darlington, because it's basically an egg-shaped oval. But anyways, final lap, and officially I'm going to overlap the Accord, so that means, of course, I do not have to wait very long for him to finish, because he will be a lap down. Alright. So, coming up to the final 2 corners now, here at Super Speedway. And after pretty much being completely off the pace at Route 11, I am immediately going to strike back with a win at Super Speedway. Yeah! Victory at Super Speedway. And officially the Accord has just finished precisely 1 lap down. There we go, everyone has finished. And the reason why I say that is because I overlapped the Accord. But there we are. As a result, this win now puts me back on top by 2 points over the nearest NSX. Although obviously, both of those NSX clones were definitely strong. But officially, it now puts me back on top in the championship once again by, correction, 4 points. Then it is the other NSX in 3rd, the Integra is 4th, the Civic is 5th, and then at the back is the other Accord. Pretty much en route to probably... Oh, wait a minute. I think the other NSX took the 2nd position away from the leader, which essentially put me back on top by 4 points now. Well, yeah, I think that's correct, but obviously I will of course need to save this replay, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Reasons why? Well, because this one is the shortest. Anyways, 2 races left. And hopefully, one of them will be a victory. As in which I'm just going to have a drink first. So, just had a sip of water, and officially, let's now get on with race number 4. I should not have shifted up into 3rd off the line. Anyways, Tokyo reverse, where I'm hoping I will have the advantage. Or at least the overall interval. Because obviously, if both of these 2 NSXs keep trading positions for the championship, then obviously that's precisely what could help me win this. Methinks I could very much win this championship if I were to see the 2 NSXs duking it out for the 2nd position. That is very much what could probably give me the championship, if I'm lucky. But again, I don't consider myself lucky. Unless I can close in. But I guess for the time being, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Considering, obviously, the one thing I learned is that, officially, I do not need to take off my upgrades in order for me to win these races. I need to keep them on, because that's probably the only glimmer of hope I really have of pulling this off. Am I closing in? Yes, I am. By 3/10. And I am closing in slowly. And again, I would be happy if I could finish this race in 2nd, because then obviously that would give me a total of 40 points. I would definitely be happy with that, if that was going to be the case. Okay, closing in slowly. So I'm definitely closing in, but dependent on knowing if I will or won't win this race remains to be seen. And now it doesn't look like I will, because I just planted the wall. And I'm not meant to be driving on the wall, but I still did it anyway. Because I had to make up for that little mistake I made. And now I've just fucked up even further. Ah, damn it! I forgot that was a turn. Can I please start driving properly and not making these remorseful actions? Maybe make a move for second. Doesn't look like it, because I shifted down to second. Okay. This is harder than I thought. Because both of the A-Specs are showing competence. Even though I am managing to close it slightly. Okay. Gotta try my hardest not to use the walls this time. Except using the curbs. And we'll just see how we do. Yep, okay, I just knew that was going to happen. Well, at least I'm closing in. And I'm still continuing to use that wall so I can keep up. It's not something I do every time, it's just something I feel like I want to do if I know I can go a place better. In saying that, I only have 2 laps left, so this might be a do-or-die attempt for me to get second place, because, well, I think the race win is out of the question up to this point. But if I can get second place, then, you know, I will be happy. Even though I am reminding you that I'm not using these walls on purpose. Oh, fuck me. Can I please make it look like I'm actually concentrating? And not being a fucking retard in these races? Can I please make it look like I'm actually trying for once? That might help, but then again it probably won't, because lots of people are going to accuse me for cheating, because I'm using the walls. But at least I'm keeping up with the leaders. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why can I not make that one fucking corner? Why? Okay, it doesn't look like I'm going to get third place in this race. Sorry, second in this race. Unless I pull off a do-or-die move. Anyways, final lap. This ain't gonna work. But obviously, if it's the guy I think it is that's in first place, then obviously I have to win the final race. If I'm gonna win this championship, it's pretty much a must-win situation. If I finish third in this race. So I may have to use the wall if I'm going to get a good enough exit. Because I'm literally having to use the walls just to keep up. And well, I don't feel completely remorseful over this, because the truth is, They do always say in NASCAR that if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. At least that's what the NASCAR drivers always say. And can I maybe make a move for second? Going down the inside, this time managing to take the corner. And it looks like this could very well be what gives me second position. After going for a dive, and okay, I've managed to get second place. So, cheated a little bit there, but obviously I did manage to get myself second place. So, I've split the two NSX Type Rs. Okay, everyone has managed to finish. And officially, with my final lap antics of having to use the walls just to keep up with the two NSX Type Rs, I have officially managed to split the NSX 1-2 by slotting myself into second after going for a dive down the inside in the final corner on the reverse course, and officially I'm now back on top. Which means of course that, respectively, I still think I have to win the final race in order to win the championship, but it's still pretty much all to play for because it's still pretty much a three-way battle for the championship. But I got second, and obviously I will definitely accept that, because it means of course that I will officially be under less pressure by the time we get into Monaco. And I think it's another 5-lap event. Oh, correction, 7 laps. Fucking hell. Okay, 7 laps around Monaco. I still think I need to win this race if I'm going to win the championship overall. But I am hopeful that I have just enough tuning to pull this off. Here we go. It is now time for the final race of the amateur Type R meeting. It takes place in Monte Carlo. As I expected, I'm off to a poor start. But officially, I am thankful to be under less pressure heading into this final race, because I know very well that obviously the AI are not as competent around Monte Carlo as they are other circuits. So obviously, since I made that move for second, I am under a bit less pressure for the championship overall, but obviously I still need to win this race if I'm going to win the championship on merit, because that is important. Also furthermore, the second NSX just literally fell back. I think it was when he hit the wall at Portier, that one, but dependent on knowing if that was the second placed, whether or not that remains to be seen. And I just hit the inside wall at the back. Anyways, through the swimming pool section we go, trying to see if I can maybe close in on the leader, because I still need to win this race if I'm going to win the championship overall. Because I think it was 2 wins between me and the other NSX. Hopefully this one will make it 3. Because consistency is important, but obviously on paper wins are also important. So obviously, as I expected, the AI are not as strong around Monaco as they are other circuits in this game, and obviously I've already given information about what Polyphony managed to do with this circuit, but officially I do manage to fortuitously take the lead away from the NSX through Casino Square, as we now head through Mirabeau and Murray's Hairpin, and officially down into the Portier, and through the tunnel we go now, pretty much going higher than 100 miles an hour by the time we get to the end of the tunnel. And braking early so I do not lose control of this thing. And officially, I now take the lead in Monaco. My Starlight Black Honda Civic Type R has officially taken the lead. And that's all. I am getting too much wheel spin. So I think it's time for me to return to the third gear strategy. But yeah, I am glad in knowing that obviously in this game the circuit is wider. And so obviously that does mean, of course, that there are actual opportunities of saying that you can overtake other cars around this version of the circuit, you know, obviously because it's wider. And also because officially this version of Monaco definitely beats the real life version, because fucking hell. If there's any circuit in the world, or any city circuit in the world that's harder to drive on, or the hardest to drive on, it has to be Monaco. So I have taken the lead as I expected myself to do, and hopefully, if it is possible, this will officially be the win that gives me the championship. By a potential 8 points. Possibly. Come on, don't choke, don't choke, don't choke, don't choke. Don't choke, don't choke, don't choke. Please don't choke. Fourth lap, and I am now pulling away from this AI. So basically, any race I've won in this championship so far, I've basically decimated. And any race I haven't won, I've been just behind. But again, it is fortunate to say on how I managed to get a second place as well as a third. Which obviously is the sort of ambitious efforts that I've managed to put myself into. And I'm trying to think about the word I used before. Oh yeah, my tenacious efforts of trying to go for second place, and essentially that is what I did, and obviously that is essentially what made this easier for me to think about. Although obviously, even though I am under less pressure in this final race, the truth is, I still have to win it if I know very well I'm going to beat both of my rivals. Unfortunately, at least, the AI, like I said before, are not as competent around Monaco as they are other circuits, so obviously, as I would have expected, I took the lead, and hopefully if it is possible, I can basically cruise home to 3 wins in this championship, along of course with the Thai Car Meeting Championship overall. Theoretically, of course. So any race I pretty much led up to this point I've won by pretty much 4 seconds or more, and any race where I've been second, I've either been just behind or I've been well behind.
Steady.
Well, I really don't think there's any point in me pushing it, so I think I'm just going to slow down. And keep everything intact, you know, try not to tear up a gear or burn the transmission too much. I'm now 5 seconds clear. Let's keep him through here, and then from that spin. Okay. After this one, then the championship is mine. Alright, final lap. And officially, I am hopeful in saying that this will also be my victory lap. Even though obviously I did of course stay silent for about probably 2 laps or 3, just so I can keep my concentration going. But obviously, not pushing at this point, I'm basically just cruising, or at least trying to cruise home as best as I can. Because my margin to these AI, or at least to the 2 NSXs, is pretty much building and building every lap. So that's not really much of a problem, and obviously it is fair to say that as long as I don't bottle this, I am pretty much the confirmed champion. spin is still a problem. But it just depends on knowing if I can get to the finish. Then officially the championship is mine, and hopefully I will not make any further mistakes. So, 3 out of 5 victories in the Amateur Type R meeting, and officially that has also clinched me the championship. And I won that race by 9.5 seconds over the first NSX, and then his clone was in third. So now we need to wait for the rest of his AI to finish. There's the Accord, finishing after nearly, like 84 seconds behind me. But anyways, those are your final finishers in this championship, and well, officially I have made it 3 out of 5 wins with 1 second and 1/3. So I won that championship by 8 points in the end. Then it was the first of the 2 NSX clones in second, the other was third with 28 points, then it was the Integra fourth, my fellow Civic was in 5th, and then at the back with a very lowly 5 points was the Accord. So that is your final finishing order for Race 5 of the Amateur Type R meeting. And as of which, from 4th to 6th, pretty much all those results were even Stevens. But again, I really had to work to win the championship. But officially, I did it by 8 points. So, I now need to get my prize car, as of which we also win 20 grand. What will I get this time? Oh, okay. We get an NSX from this. A Honda NSX Type R. That is exactly what I did not expect myself to get. Nice. Very nice. So, got those 2 races to sweep up at Route 11 and Tokyo Reverse, but officially, there we go. I have won the Amateur Type R meeting, and next time will officially be our final B-License event in this game, which is the Amateur Evolution meeting. And as a result of that, my win ratio has now dropped down to 80%, and we are now nearly a quarter of this game complete. 23.2% in completion, and officially this is the prize car we win. A Honda NSX Type R in Flint Black Metallic. So basically, the car that was to beat for pretty much every race in this championship, and somehow I managed to win it. I am actually shocked in saying that I managed to win this thing. Trust me, I really am shocked over this. Alright, I'm done. But anyways, that was the Type R meeting, and so next time we shall be doing the Amateur Evolution meeting. Stay tuned for more of the GT3 shenanigans.